Hello, I'm educational technologist Cassidy Hetzel. In this video, you'll be learning how to personalize your course from the DCW. The courses from the DCW have been created using the Schoology Learning Management System, so you will need a Schoology account to be able to personalize and use these courses. One of the biggest questions that we are hearing from teachers is, what do you get with a DCW course? Courses from the DCW are written by Colorado teachers with quality in mind. There are teacher resources to help you understand the materials provided in your course. What you might not find are the supplemental or extension activities that you would use to differentiate your classroom. But this is where you come in. Courses from the DCW need to be personalized to meet your students' needs. The personalization of your DCW course will help you add your personal style back into your classroom. Another common question is, what are the teacher's responsibilities when using a DCW course? Well, teachers should prep the units in advance of the students accessing the materials. It's good practice to prep a session the week before you want your students to access it. Teachers will need to add the dates to the folders and the assignments, to set up the gradebook, and you will need to double check for working links and assignment templates. Teachers should be on the lookout for items highlighted in yellow. They indicate that teacher action is needed. Teachers are also responsible for providing feedback to students and, of course, grading your students' work. Before you begin your virtual teaching experience, there are some important rules for you to know and understand. Rule number 1, your students should not have to be clicking and clicking to find what they need. Content should be able to be accessed within 3 clicks. Rule number 2, include dates as often as possible. Make your content even easier to find by having your content marked with the dates of the assignments. Rule number 3, make your content approachable by keeping each page to a minimum. Your most important content should be above the fold. Use the scroll bar as your guide. If you have to start scrolling down, then you probably have enough content on that page. Rule number 4, keep your colors consistent. Color is a great way to highlight important aspects of your content. Come up with a key to your colors and stick to it. Rule number 5, images should relate and add personality to your content at a minimum. The best images to use are the ones that add to your content or help your students process or understand your content, like mnemonic devices, organizers, flow charts. And we really don't want any flashing or repeating images. They are distractions in the classroom, and they can actually make your students feel sick. Now that you know the basic rules, it's time to personalize your new course. The first step in personalizing your course is by adding that course to your Schoology environment. To do so, you will need to log into your Schoology account. If you don't have a course created, you will need to begin with setting up your virtual classroom. To do this, click on Courses, and then scroll to the right and select More Courses. This is where you will find the options to create your course. Make sure to fill out all sections that are starred as they are required, and then establish the parameters for your course. Many districts will already have your parameters set up within Schoology, so you may or may not need to complete this step. Now that you have established your online environment, it's time to pick your course image. Your course image is more important than you may think. The course image is the first thing your students will see for your online learning environment. Personalize your course image to you and your course as much as possible. Not only will this image help students tell their courses apart from one another, this is the first step for you in creating your online persona as a teacher. For example, in my own courses, I use basset hounds throughout my content for fun because I myself have 2 naughty basset hounds. Next, you will want to begin organizing your course. The easiest way to do this is with folders. To add a folder, go to the Materials page. On the left side of the screen, click Materials, then select Add Folder. Name the folder and give the folder a description as for what will be found in it. Now that you have created a folder structure, the next step is to begin adding teacher personality and style to your DCW course. Content for the courses are presented using pages. You have the freedom to add to content presented. Feel free to add images, videos, audio recordings, songs, anything to enhance your new course. To edit and add content, simply click on the page that you want to modify and click the gear on the right and select Edit. Adding materials through Schoology couldn't be more simple. To add images to your page, click on the image icon and select the photo you want to add by selecting it from the location on your computer. Looking for great free images to use? Take a look at Pixabay. Pixabay.com is completely free and Creative Commons photos. If you are wanting to embed a video, then you're going to use the second option of From the Web. And then you will select Media and enter the link for the video you'd like to use. Another great feature of Schoology is that it allows us to use grading groups with our students. Grading groups are a great way to differentiate for your students. You can use grading groups to assign group projects or to assign modifications and accommodations for your individual student needs. You can create a grading group by going to Members on the left side of your screen, then click on the Members page. Hover your mouse over the Organize Members into Grading Groups box. Then click Add Grading Group. Enter a name for the grading group. Click the students in the course to assign to the group. Use the search field to indicate special students. Once you've selected your students, select Create Grading Group. Assignments in the DCW courses come complete with grading rubrics. You will simply click on the rubrics within the assignments to score student work efficiently and fairly. Within Schoology, you do have the ability to prepare work ahead of time without actually releasing it to students. You can actually set a future date and time for the work to be released on. To do this, start by selecting the gearbox on the right of the folder, and then you can decide when you want it to be published by using the dates and time functions. Another feature that Schoology has available for teacher discretion are completion rules. Completion rules can be used to monitor what your students have access to at any given time. Courses that require sequential knowledge really appreciate the ability to track items by individual students. Completion rules can help make sure that students are on task and achieving before they are allowed to move forward. Setting up completion rules requires an easy 4-step process. Step 1. Click on the options under Student Completion. Step 2. Add a completion rule to an individual folder by adding requirement. 3. Add a completion rule to folders by making all folders sequential. And 4. Click Save Changes to Complete. Then, in each folder, there is an option to require students to complete items in a sequential order. This option is located in the upper right-hand corner of the student completion form. When this option is enabled, students must successfully complete the rules on one item before progressing to the next item. To add completion rules to material inside the folders, first click on Options and add Student Completion. Require students to complete course material in the folder sequential order in any order they choose. Click Add Requirement to add one or more requirements. Select your material and a requirement from the drop-down menu. Then click the X to remove a requirement if you change your mind. Then you may click Save Changes to move forward. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Cassidy Hetzel saying thank you for joining me on a quick overview on how to personalize your DCW courses. Have a great rest of your day.